happy Sunday. Here we are. We're gonna do house clearings, property clearings, and your car. You can clear anything. You can clear your rings, your necklaces, anything you're able to clear. So here, let's get started. Happy Sunday to you and Happy New Year. New Year for me, 2020 is coming up here in just 2 days. Woohoo! Okay, so let's start. First of all, I would like to say, before you clear your house, your environment, your apartment, your trailer, like whatever it is, clean it thoroughly. I mean, get under the bed, start vacuuming it, pull out all those old clothing that you don't wear anymore, anything that needs to be thrown out, throw it out. Like, get all of your house clean and organized, because this is going to be essential to how long your house blessing or clearing is going to last. If you're full of clutter, there's a lot of clutter, a lot of dust, a lot of, laundry or old stuff that you are just holding on to, and you're going to want to get rid of that. Otherwise, it's going to keep bringing that vibration that you're trying to get rid of back into your environment. Okay, so that being said, so after we're done cleaning, we are going to go through and we're going to be checking to see what needs to be cleared. Here are some, you know what these are, right? So you put these close to your heart and you walk your environment, including your property and your car. And you ask these, okay, you set your attention, your intention. You say, open wide if there's anything, or cross if there's anything that is negative energy that needs to be cleared in this area. And when you walk your property or your home, then you'll be able to know where you need to concentrate more of, the clearing and cleansing and blessing at. So that's what we do. We're going to be doing this. So I bought these online, and I blessed them, cleared them before I started using them. And these also, it's called dowsing, and these are also used for, spiritual stuff, like to find ghosts or, spiritual entities that haven't left the planet yet. I mean, you can use these for all kinds and sorts of things. And also, like, you can ask it, can you just spin for me? Can you spin for me? Okay, so you see how that works? I'm not moving. The rod is moving because I'm asking it to. So it is moving. But, like with any spiritual stuff, you want to make sure that you are connected to love and light, the divine source, Jesus, the Christ energy is all good. So that's what you want to do. So nothing else, that is lower vibrating is playing with these sorts of things. So now they're going forward and now it's going backwards. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for moving for me. Okay, so and I always give gratitude when I'm doing stuff like this. Okay? All right. Also, you could use your pendulum, and I love pendulums. If you know me, you know I love pendulums. So here is red jasper. This is the love stone. It brings in love and healing. It's a healer also. So I use this one quite often. It's one of my favorites. And sardonyx. This is a sardonyx stone. And usually it comes in marbling. And if you can look and see, I don't know if you can really see that, but there's some tan marbling on it. I really like the ones that are really marbled, but this just happened, a friend suggested this, so I bought this, and it's worked quite well for me. So you would just go and you'd, tune in, pull in divine source light. You would ask it which way it's going to turn, move for yes, which way it's going to turn, move for no, what is it going to do for maybe, and what is it going to do if it doesn't want to answer. And mine always sits still. You always ask it, am I connected with divine source light energy? It's saying yes right now. And then you can either stop it from moving, or you can hold it and stop it from moving, or you can just let it rotate. Mine just usually rotates, and then when I ask it a question, it'll move in the direction, the yes or the no or the maybe, or it won't move. So that's what you always want to do. You want to ask if you're, which way it's going to move for yes, no, maybe. Am I connected with divine source light? Are all the answers going to be truthful and honest? And then you can go about your business. Like, is this room need to be cleared? Does this room, my angel room, need to be cleared? Okay, it's saying no. So, because it's been cleared, and I just burnt some sage in here too, as well, to clear my mind and help me remember everything for you. Okay, so that's one. That's starting to, before you start to clear, that's what you want to do. You want to find out where the stagnant energy is. And also, sorry, I forgot to bring these up front. This is selenite. It is compressed salt. These work near to clear the EMFs from your television, your computer, your cell phones, bunches of stuff. And this also clears out negative energies. So anything coming out of the TV that is negative, this will help clear your room. And these are very powerful. They will clear, your whole house if you have this in the middle of your home. And they do come in all different sizes. This is a small one. This is a medium one, maybe even a small one, because they can get quite large, like really big. And, they carve them out like this because, like I said, this is condensed salt. Okay, so these also, it's called selenite. These also as well will clear your environment. Okay, so I wanted to get into a little bit about, before I continue, a little bit about what you're putting into your environment. As far as your computer, your music, the television, movies, scary movies, bloody, gory, violent movies, you're putting that into your environment, and that is going to cause an effect in your environment. It's going to cause a negative effect. If it's not coming from compassion and love, in your environment, it's going to start getting, staticky, and it's going to become full of that stuff. The scary stuff on TV, the horror movies and things like that. Also negative things like on Facebook and, on the internet. And sometimes, it'll sneak in on you and you don't even realize it. You're like, whoa, wait a second. What did I just see a flash of something really weird on the screen and then it went normal? Those kind of videos you do not want to be watching, because it's putting things in your subconscious mind that you, in your awareness, are not even catching. You don't even know that's happening, but it is. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. Music as well. If you're listening to things that that you feel love and you're like, oh, this feels so good to me, I feel such love in my heart, then that's the kind of music you want to swing towards. But when you're listening to all of this emo music, it's emotional, and you're already in a sad place and you just feel like crying just because listening to the music, and it's we want to listen to upbeat music, things that raise our vibration, things that bring in love and, compassion, like I said. And, you will feel so much better, and your body will feel better, and it won't start causing all this dis-ease in your body. The aches and the pains and the bones and the back and neck and stuff. Yeah, it's caused from that stuff. Also, I wanted to let you know about your heart, your body here. Okay, see, so I'll tell you a little story. There was a chiropractor, and he had a client, and he used to use energetic healing on his clients. And one of his clients came in, and they didn't know, he was just doing it, but a client came in. He had a shirt that had a horrible looking skull on his back. And the man told the chiropractor, man, my back is hurting so bad. Like, I can't stand it. And he goes, here, why don't you lay down and, whatever. But when he seen what was on his back and he went to go put his hands on him to adjust his back, it was a lot of negative energy, and the chiropractor could feel it. And at that point, he's like, you know, I don't think you should be wearing this kind of stuff on your body. It's causing a reaction in your body because of what you're wearing. And so that's a little short story. So I'm just saying, you know, just be mindful of what you're putting, you know, of what you're wearing. Okay, you know, blues, yellows, you know, purples. So yeah, these are like kind of upbeat colors, and I'm pretty upbeat anyways, so I like to, you know, stay up there. Okay, so we're gonna get started on blessings. Okay, let me take a breath. Okay, for me, I usually start with Reiki. If you are not a Reiki person and you don't know Reiki, I'm going to just show you just what I do with Reiki and blessing a house. So I go in my home, and if I ever bless your house, if you need me to do that, I will come and do that for you. First of all, I start in the middle of the house, and I do a grid, and I do 2 circles that are intertwined and then a third circle that's intertwined, so that the middle kind of has like a little shape like this in the middle. And then I'll put my Reiki symbols in there, and then I pat, and I know that that is what I'm bringing into the house. We're bringing clearing, light, love, compassion, and we're blessing the house, and we're leaving it with these symbols so that anything that can't come into that environment. Like a lot of times, if there's a negative energy that's trying to come in, or even just like a negative entity, a lower vibrating one that might be following, you know, one of the people at the house, it can't come through that grid. It'll stop and go, can't come in there. I'm just gonna have to stay out here, because, you know, it's too high vibrating in there for me, because they're vibrating low and they want to be around arguing and fighting and, you know, all this other negative stuff. Okay, but also I'll do the doors, and this actually, I don't know if you know about these doors, but as you can see, there's a Christ cross on here. These are supposed to be representation of the Bible. It's of the cross and a Bible. Pretty cool, huh? I never knew that, but I found that out. Okay, anyway, so we would grid this area like this. I would do the Reiki symbols in here. And I also do Karuna symbols in here. And my intention is that nothing that is negative or it will be harmful for anyone, and it isn't love, cannot enter in this house. So I do it on the windows. I do it on all the doors. I do it on anything, closets. I do it in closets. And I also do it directly in the middle of the house, as far as I can get into the middle of the house. So that's what I do. Also, when I'm doing things with sound, and I'm clearing and cleansing with sound, I always use a crystal, a clear crystal, and a tuning fork. This tuning fork is a 4096, it's a C. And then I'll go all the way around the windows, the doors, the ground right in the middle of the home, and above. And also I have this one, right? Okay, so this one is more of getting the biofield, like the human biofield, tuned up. So I also do clearings with this one as well. Also, there is the Tibetan singing bowls, which you can go in every room. You hear that? And we roll, and we would go around the room or around the floor with the sound of the singing bowl. Also in Tibet, I don't know if you've ever seen the Tibetan people, they walk around with bells. This vibration also helps clear your property, your house, your rooms, everything. Also, before I put in my singing bowl, I wanted to clear one of my stones, my favorite stone. I wanted to clear my favorite stone with the singing bowl. And it has 2 points. It had 2 points on it. And I sat it in the bowl and I rang it, and it vibrated so hard that it chipped the points on this. It's still good. It still works. It's still very high vibrating. But yeah, it chipped it, so I was kind of sad about that. But I know never to do that again. Okay, so also there are these, you know, I'm going to have to say this sound here is going to bring fairies in because I'm studying on fairies. So yeah, but these also are from Tibet. They usually wear them on their little outfits. Okay, also, you can clear a room with smells. I use rose oil, and I just take a couple of drops of rose oil in a squirt bottle, and that's just for some quick clearing. Like if I want to, you know, I have a client here, and you know, after the client, I want to clear the room from that one being in here. I just spray the rose oil around real quick, and bam, it's done. And then I can have another client come in. So that also you can use. Never forgetting your sage. Sage will clear anything and everything. You know that. I don't know if you know, but yeah. And also Palo Santo. And you can use this as well to clear your space. I want to talk to you now about gridding. Oh, did I tell you how to do this? Okay. So if you don't have a feather, you can use your hand. Make sure that you have something under the sage because they do drop off and there's like little sparks, you know, that are on fire, so that will fall off. So you want to have it, usually I use a pie pan, which is fine. So I just fire it up, put the pie pan on there, hold on to it, stick it in the pie pan, and I go around all the windows, all the doors, and if you have fire alarms, it's probably gonna go off, so you want all the windows open so you can clear that out real quick, you know, the fire alarms to, shh, be quiet. Okay, so yeah, you just do it all around all the doors, windows, closets, beds, under beds, you know, wherever you want, you put that sage and clear that out, especially if you find that when you're using your pendulum or dowsing, that and it's telling you that there's some really stagnant, heavy energy, you're going to want to use a little bit more sage in that area. And always make sure that you pray that you're bringing in Christ's white light into your environment so that the Christ energy can help you clear out, you know, any negative energies. Okay, well, I wanted to also talk to you about gridding, and anybody can grid. This is what I do, but you need 3 of these with stones, or you can use 1 to 3 stones in a bag like this, or you can put it in a nylon, or you can put it in a sock, even if you don't have anything else. But you know, at usually shops when you go to get stones, they'll have these, and you can ask for, you know, 3 of them if you like, because, you know, they're cheap. I don't know, like 25 cents or something, maybe even cheaper. So here in my house, I have rose quartz that I put into the bag, and this brings in love, compassion, and all that. And red jasper, I have red jasper also in there. Also have the protection stone, the tiger's eye. I have the tiger's eye stone. So what I do is get 3 of these, and I go in a triangle. I have 1 in my bedroom closet on the floor. I have 1 in my window in the living room, And I have one way in the back of the house underneath a table in my son's game room. So what I do is okay, so these cannot be moved. Once they move after you grid, you're going to have to re-grid all over again. So what I would suggest is that you just take them and put them somewhere high, like with a thumbtack or something, so that they don't move. And they're on your wall and they'll be there forever. And then you could just re-grid maybe once a week or every other week, or sometimes if your house is very peaceful, once a month is good too. But if you have a lot of negative stuff going on, you're going to want to re-grid and do this at least once a week. Okay, so here's what I do. Once I get everything in place, I stand outside. You have to stand outside of the triangle because it has to be 3 points. And it can be small points. It doesn't have to be exact either because it's still going to be a triangle no matter which way you look at it. So I stand outside the circle. I get into my prayer position. I ask Father God, Source, Spirit, to please come into my home and help me to grid and bring in all of the vibrations of the stones. I put my left hand over my heart, and I cross my arm over my heart to the first stones that I have placed. And I say, infuse this house with Christ's white light above and below and all around. And you can include, if you have a lot of property, you can also include your property and say, and including, all the way to the end of my property. And then you go to the next stone with your hand on your heart, because that's where we're coming from, a place of love and compassion. And we go to the next one and we do the same thing. Infuse this area with Christ's white light, bless it, let no negative energies, come in here. And I want to bless above and below and all around my property. And you just do that again. And then you say, thank you very much. And then you're done. So that is my suggestions. I'm sure that there's many, many, many other ways to bless and clear your environment. But this is what I do. So this is what I was giving you guys. And a little bit of stuff that I do. Okay, well, I love you all so very much. Happy, happy New Year. 2020 is our year. I'm so excited for it. And please stay tuned. Please share, like, comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. And Divine One says, we love you as well, they said. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.